What is up, Chasethatcoin family? Shaka Daniel here. Gonna give it a little bit to get a couple viewers in here. Haven't done one of these in a little while. All right. Two viewers. Hello, two viewers. Hello, two viewers. Four viewers. We're gonna do a little sound check before we're gonna do a little sound check before we get into it because I don't have my mic wire, so I'm using the mic on my computer. So we're gonna do a little sound check, and then we're going to get into it. So we're gonna do a little sound check. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Fur Life, what's up from South Africa? All right. You guys can hear me just fine. All right, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Chasethatcoin family, Shaka Daniel here. And I haven't done one of these Google Hangouts in a while. My computer charger was broke. I had to order one. And it came in the other day. So I'm back in full effect. And yeah, I just was during that time, I was just evaluating my channel, thinking of things I could do better, things that I'm not doing enough of. And a lot of people like when I do these screen shares, these Google Hangouts, so I could do my screen share. And so I'm going to do a lot more of these, but I'm going to filter them a lot more. I'm going to make them more condensed. I'm not going to make them as long as I've been making them. All right. So you can feel comfortable actually watching the whole video instead of sitting there for a whole hour plus. All right. If it has to be that long, then it will be. But I'm going to try to like really just like condense it down. All right. I got myself playing. I'm watching myself on a big screen. Yeah. So today's episode is just going to be about exactly what's in the title. Will Bitcoin go back to all-time highs soon? All right. Now, if you're not aware, first of all, let me say this. It's Martin Luther King Day. Shout out to Martin Luther King. All right. Martin Luther King had a dream. And we're definitely, everybody who's here and who's involved in the cryptocurrency space, whether you're involved in Bitcoin, Ethereum, or whether you're involved in the altcoin that's all the way at the bottom of the list, we're all dreamers, we're all visionaries. And shout out and salute to you all. All right. So I just wanted to say that I couldn't go on with the episode without saying that. So, yeah. But if you're not aware of everything that's going on right now in Bitcoin, all right, there was a Bitcoin scare of China regulating Bitcoin. This is not the first time that China has had talks of regulating Bitcoin. All right. But from my understanding, this is one of the first times that they've actually went in and kind of are seizing operations. All right. They personally didn't shut down the margin trading, but obviously the exchanges are fearful of something. All right. The exchanges are fearful of something. Maybe they were doing something shady. Who knows? All right. But I know that the market is consolidating and the market is waiting patiently with a very hawkish eye, that laser focus. The market is just waiting to see what's going to happen with the PBOC, People's Bank of China. All right. Now, I personally, as far as the margin trading thing, I didn't do a video on that because I was just like, let me just sit back and let me think about it because I trade Forex. All right. So I do use margin trading. All right. Margin trading is a tool that if used properly, it can it's a good tool if it's used properly. Some people say it has a gambling aspect to it. I would have to disagree with that, but people do use it more. People do use it for somewhat of a gambling type of situation. All right. Now, hold on. Hold on, guys, really quickly. I don't want my laptop to die on you guys. Be right back. 2 seconds. All right, we're back. So yeah, as far as margin trading, in my opinion, is what helped Bitcoin go so high. All right. It is also what helped Bitcoin go so low. All right. Now, if you are an experienced trader, all right, you can use margin to make a lot of money. All right. And if you're an inexperienced trader who's just focused on money alone, margin can cost you your account plus some. All right. So margin has its good points and its flaws. All right. It also creates somewhat of a level of liquidity. All right. So margin is not totally bad. All right. Now, super high margins and something like Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency space, period, is not good, because cryptocurrency, even though we're thinking about Bitcoin with a whatever billion dollar market cap, let's just say it was 15 or whatever. Bitcoin, that's a small market. That's like a small company in the stock market. All right. That's like a small company. It's big. It's bigger than all the other cryptocurrencies. But as far as markets, 15 billion or whatever the market cap is right now, that isn't much. All right. So to have 100 times leverage on any kind of position, whether it's a short, and you guys know, first of all, I'm not into Bitcoin trading. I don't trade against Bitcoin. I don't believe in that. All right. I don't trade Bitcoin USD, Bitcoin, anything, any currency. I do trade altcoins. All right. And I'm very picky on which altcoins I trade. All right. But margin has its goods and its bad. It's good and bad points. All right. And in my opinion, margin is what helped push the Bitcoin price going so high so quickly. All right. Now, margin can be used in either direction. All right. A lot of people that aren't familiar with trading think that you can only use margin in one direction. All right. So they're like, oh man, they're using margin and they're crashing the price. Yeah, but they can use margin to push the price up as well. You know, so when things are going in your favor, it's like when things are going in your favor, it's all good. When the price of Bitcoin is shooting through the roof, China is great. No problems with China. All right. When the price of Bitcoin is going down, oh man, fake value. Or why nobody was saying fake value. Well, tone base is always, certain people have always been saying fake value. But for the most part, a lot of people weren't even thinking about fake value. They were just super hyped to the moon, Bitcoin to the moon. All right. So you gotta be fair, and you gotta be able to see flaws, and even in the things that you like. This is what's gonna make you a good investor. All right. Because if you can see the flaws in the things that you like, you'll be able to be aware of them and see if whatever the developers, the creators, the designers, or whatever are willing to change these things and make it better. All right. Instead of just brushing it under the rug, and it might be a flaw that is crippling. All right. So before I talk you guys heads off forever, let us get into the chart. Because right now, wait, hold up. This is my Forex. Right now, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, right now, Bitcoin is looking like it's gonna form a cup and handle pattern. Right, it's looking like it's ready. It's getting ready to find that. All right, so when I do BTC CNY pairs, I like to go to BTC China. If you guys aren't aware of OKCoin and Wobi, all right, I just did a video the other day about Wobi being accused of market manipulation. When the market goes hot, they shut off the market. And this is not me saying that they're doing this, but I just did a video about that the other day, so you guys can check that out. All right, so I like to go to BTC China. All right, but even BTC China may be having their maybe having some fake volume setups going on there. All right, matter of fact, and let's zoom out. All right, gentlemen, when you're looking at charts, when you're trading, when you're even when you're not trading, all right, to get the bigger picture of a chart, you do not want to just focus on the current price range. You got to zoom out. You got to look at the bigger picture. All right, you got to do what we call back testing. All right, if you do not back test your strategy or the information that you're using, your information is very weak. All right. This is one of the reasons why I personally don't use Fibonacci's, because a Fibonacci line is only going to measure the current trend. The Fibonacci levels and the Fibonacci line that you're drawing for the current trend, let's say you're drawing on a trend here. Let me zoom in and give you guys a closer look. Let's say I'm not going to make this all about trading. I'm just giving you an example. All right, because I know a lot of people aren't into trading, but chart reading skills are important, guys. Why? Because if let's say you want to you want to go long Bitcoin, you want to buy and hold. Don't you want to get the best position? Why buy all the way up here when you could use some basic chart reading skills, which are not hard to learn? And I'm gonna add a basic course into my my one-on-one trainings. It's gonna be a very cheap course. Because it's so basic. It's not going to really take that much of my time or anything like that. All right, so I'm gonna add that as well. Very affordable course. So you want to be able to read the charts, though, guys. Why? Because why buy up here 1 Bitcoin, right, when you can buy down here and get for the same price, get 1.25 Bitcoin, 1.30 Bitcoin. You know, the chart reading skills are going to allow you to get the most for your money. So you don't have to be a trader to want to learn how to read the charts. I think everybody should learn how to read the charts. Everybody. It's not hard. It's not hard at all, guys. All right. But like I said, the reason I don't use Fibonacci retracements is because if I put a Fibonacci line on here, my Fibonacci line is only going to give me information on the current price trend. All right. It's not going to give me, you can't back test Fibonacci's. All right. The Fibonacci lines aren't going to be back testable. You're not going to really know if those lines, how strong those lines are. You're just going to know that the market is reacting to those levels currently. All right. So I like to use my own, I like to tack on my own lines onto the chart, and I tack on my lines. With my students, I tack on the lines, and then I put a Fibonacci retracement. And 9 times out of 10, my lines that I can back test are right on with the Fibonacci retracement. All right. So yeah, let's get off of the whole trading tangent, and let's, like I said, when you're looking at the market, you want to zoom out. You want to get the bigger picture. All right. We can always come back to the current price action, but we want to zoom out. And as we can see, Bitcoin has formed a giant bowl. All right, it has formed a giant bowl. All right. Now, the handle that's coming in, and if you guys aren't aware, I don't believe in double tops, double bottoms, all of that. I think I don't believe in that. All right. But I do, cup and handles are something that the market seems to react to. So I do use it. All right. And if I had to draw on a line here, the way I measure my cup and handles, I like my handle to pull at least no lower than about 50% of the total bowl. All right. So I would say the 50% level would be about there. All right. So the market pulled in, has dropped into the 50% range of the bowl, and it's showing signs that it's going to handle back up. Let me get a good, better look for you guys. I should be using my mouse. All right. Now, this is what the market is showing right now. But I don't personally think, this is my opinion, guys. Do not kill me. Don't kill me. Don't shoot the messenger. And this isn't even a message. This is just my opinion. I don't think that it's going to go up as fast as it did here and previous times. On its way to 1300, what was it, 1250 or 1300, it's not going to, I don't personally think it's going to go up that fast. All right. Because of the whole China scare and because of the halt on margin trading. All right. I think it's going to be a little bit more organic. All right. And it may pull back even a little bit more before continuing up organically. All right. Now, all of this is totally dependent on whether PBOC comes out and says, okay, yeah, we didn't find anything crazy, carry on. All right. If they come out and say that, all right, things will most likely continue upward, not as fast, but continue upward as normal, a little bit more, a lot more organically. All right. Because other markets are still doing margin trading. Only in China they halted the margin trading. All right. But now if PBOC comes out and they're like, yo, we don't like what's going on. We want to we're gonna start seizing some people's accounts. We're gonna, like, we're considering a lot of these accounts aren't even people from China. We're seizing those. This is terrorist activity. Governments love to say terrorist activity. All right. This can affect the market in a negative way. All right. This can affect the market in a negative way, possibly pushing the market back down to 650. All right. But I don't know if that's going to happen. I really don't. I really can't get into that part of it because, I'm not, I don't know. I haven't really studied how governments react to certain things like this, but I can just give my opinion on what I think would happen if they do either or. If they don't say anything crazy, and they just say, you know what, okay, carry on, things are going to go up a lot more organically, a lot slower. So giving people a lot more time to buy in. All right. It's not going to be such a FOMO, like, oh my God, I'm buying at 1300, because I know a lot of people bought up here for the first time, bought some Bitcoins up here. And now, Bitcoin pulled back on them like this. And it probably left a sour taste in their mouth for Bitcoin. All right. So, hey, but yeah. Oh, and this is another thing, guys, because a lot of people got some comments in my last video and some emails and a couple Twitter messages. I am not using my technical analysis reads did not, and they cannot predict the fall of Bitcoin. I'm not saying that all my technical analysis reading skills are so great that I knew that that something was going to happen in China and I knew it was going to fall. No. What I use technical analysis for, and what anybody with any kind of sense uses technical analysis for, is to you're basically I'm saying if Bitcoin was to fall, it will fall to certain levels. Why? Because those are technically sound levels. All right. I do not know if Bitcoin's going to fall off. I do not know if Bitcoin's going to go all the way up. I think Bitcoin's going to go up because I believe in the technology, but by no means am I saying that that I know when Bitcoin's going to fall off or anything like that. All right. Now, there are price action signals here. You know, I'm not going to get too deep into that because that's going to take us somewhere else. But there are price action signals here that after certain things happen, you can tell that the market is going to continue to fall. All right. And you use your technical levels to say, okay, the market is going to hit here and it's going to bounce. That's what technical analysis is. All right. So the margin trading thing happening, it is a good. Margin trading has its goods and its bads. All right. So margin trading helped push the market up, and it also helped push the market down violently. If China PBOC comes out and they're not really stressing too much, things will go up in a little bit more of an organic fashion, giving people a lot more time to buy in and get some more Bitcoins as they want without such a FOMO. All right, so are there any questions, guys? Do you guys have any questions? I don't want to make this one too long. It might crash one last time. It may. All right, and it may. Who knows? I mean, the next crash, if it does, will be totally dependent on what PBOC says, and that'll be on Thursday. We're gonna find out on Thursday what the PBOC thinks. All right. Other than that, I think there's a strong level. My level is 785. Tone Vay's level is I think 745 or something like that. So those are there's support levels there, and I think the market won't break those levels until the PBOC comes out and says whatever it is that they're going to say. All right. So if you guys don't have any questions, why don't I believe in trading BTC? Because BTC is so volatile. BTC is very, very volatile. You can take a position, wake up in the morning to a flash crash. All right. I believe in trading altcoins to get more Bitcoin. All right. But I do not believe in I don't believe in trading Bitcoin. I don't believe in trading BTC USD. I don't believe in that. The market isn't mature enough. The same way I don't believe in really shorting cryptocurrencies. Yes, altcoins will give, even Bitcoin will set up certain positions where it's like, okay, this is a beautiful short, but the short may be very short-lived, all right, because the market is so volatile. Whatever created this short, all right, an article or somebody popular in Bitcoin or something like that, they can come out and say something and then change the whole sentiment of a lot of people in the market, and then the market shoots back up. Now you opened a short because of the news, all right, and then the market shoots back up on you because of somebody popular in BTC or CoinDesk, Cointelegraph, or somebody writes an article and people read it and they're like, oh my God, it's going back up. You know, so it's just too volatile. All right, it's not like Forex. It's not like certain markets where, okay, the short position was created. You got some signals, and the market is meeting your trading requirements, and then it may fall like that for a couple days. All right, Bitcoin is a different beast. The upside potential for cryptocurrency is so great that shorting it, to me, betting against it is a losing bet in the long run. All right, so I don't even I try to stay away from it. Ethereum did set up some shorts, took some of those. All right, so certain cryptocurrencies will set up short positions for you, and it has to really meet some good requirements for me to feel comfortable shorting it. Hold up. Isn't it unsettling how much depends solely on the actions of the unpredictable Chinese government? Uh, mm, to me personally, uh, when this first happened, I said I did a video on this too. China is loosening its firm grip on Bitcoin. Whatever happens with this PBOC thing, let's say it's negative. Let's say they're freezing Bitcoin. They're taking Bitcoin accounts. They're doing this. They're doing that. It's only going to be very temporary. And many countries there are so many countries out there that can and will pick up the slack. All right, that's it. There are so many countries out there that can and will pick up the slack for China. All right, so that is just going to decentralize it more. All right, Africa, period, not just South Africa, Africa, India. All right, parts of Europe, Venezuela. There are so many countries out there that are willing to pick up the slack. So China, all this is China loosening its firm grip on the Bitcoin market. There seems to be a battle between the believers in crypto and the speculators. The speculators are what's driving the price so fiercely upward, though. All right, so like I said, you have to when you pick your poison, whatever poison you pick, you have to appreciate it. All right, because when the price was flying upward, nobody was upset about the speculators. So, and every market is going to have speculators. Speculators are healthy. All right, if there's no speculators in your market, speculators are healthy. Too many speculators are going to cause wild volatility swings because, speculators don't really believe in whatever it is that they're speculating on. They just see it as a good opportunity to make profit. Aren't alts more volatile than Bitcoin? It depends on when you're trading them. If Bitcoin is not bouncing around a lot in price, if it's more so in a consolidated state, alts, the upside for alts are pretty good. And when they do go up, usually it lasts for days. So you got a chance to get in. You get a couple days to ride it up before it pulls back gradually. It pulls back 5% one day, then it pulls back another, until if the news wasn't strong on the alt, it's gonna pull back right back to where it was at. All right, but if the news was a little bit stronger and has some solid fundamentals behind it, then the alt has a chance to go up high, pull back some, and then settle at that range. All right, some similar to Litecoin. Litecoin is pretty stable. All right. Do you think it's going to take SegWit activation or something similar before it truly goes to the moon? Bitcoin is going to eventually go to the moon anyway, in my opinion. Don't kill me. In my opinion, it's going to eventually go anyway, especially because Lightning Network doesn't need SegWit. All right, Lightning Network and SegWit can work hand in hand very beautifully in a very strong relationship and get married and all that great stuff. It'll be a great marriage, but Lightning Network doesn't need SegWit. All right, and if SegWit doesn't happen in another year, 2, 3 years, by the time 2020 comes, the core team will have another implementation of something else. And then eventually, when all of the people that don't like Bitcoin the way it is, they'll leave, and then the possibility of whatever improvement has a better chance. So even if SegWit doesn't pass right now, my opinion on SegWit is if SegWit doesn't pass right now, some people are going to be a little bit disappointed. All right, so it's going to show in the price a little bit. Before this whole China thing, I was saying that, okay, the price may go so high that even if SegWit doesn't get passed and the price pulls back, it will pull back right back into the range that we were at, 1,000, 1,100, because the price would have probably went so high. After this China thing, that changes that a little bit. All right, so yeah. Yes, someone used the word raid. Yes, that's why you can't listen, guys. With these articles, even in the forex market, bigger markets in the world, stocks, articles are planted. Not all of them, but a lot of articles are planted to create reactions. And cryptocurrency isn't even regulated like that. It's not even regulated. So these articles can be planted by big holders of a certain coin. The platform that's creating the article, they could have a whole bunch of a certain coin and be pushing a certain narrative. So you have to take these articles with a big grain of salt. All right, you don't base. I teach my students, for you to make a solid trade, especially when a news event comes out, the news event should add up to the technicals. If the technicals and the news event adds up, take your trade. All right. Now, if you're a little bit more of an advanced trader and you get the news early, yeah, you can take a position, but you got to be ready to get out because that market may pull back violently on you. All right. Would I rather be holding BTC or fiat until news comes out Thursday? I also don't believe in jumping in and out of Bitcoin like that much. So like if I'm in it, I'm in it. This is why I use technical analysis, because whatever point I buy in at, I'm holding. So I try to use my technical analysis to get the best point so I don't buy it too high. Because if I buy it too high and it shoots back on me, I have to hold it. Now, I don't have to, but that's my rule. Right? So that's why it is important for you guys to learn technical analysis. All right. And I'm going to come up with a very simple, cheap course to show you how to just set up your charts, and because it's important, guys. You don't have to want to be a trader. Trading, everybody can trade, but trading isn't for everybody. All right. But technical analysis, being able to read a chart and being able to determine what possibly can happen, is a tool for investors, I think, as well as traders. What I say is safe to say it seems as like a long run, whoever decides to put themselves against BTC, put themselves on the wrong history. Wait, what? Yes. Putting yourself against, I don't know. Because you got to think of it like this, guys. When the internet first came out, all right, on big TV programs, they were saying, analysts were saying that the fax machine was a better invention than the internet. The fax machine. All right, so there's always going to be people that have more money than you, that have a bigger platform than you, that are going to be against an idea that's great. It's up to you to be the visionary and to see the greatness and to see the need for something. All right. Now, as you know, I don't know the last time I even saw a fax machine. I'm pretty sure, like when I go to the hospital, certain offices, you know, they have fax machines, but nobody really needs a fax machine. Why do I need a fax machine for? And whoever said, the guy who said that, I saw two people say that. One I think was on Good Morning America in 1992. I know he'd probably be dead now because he was older back then, but I know he felt like an asshole. What news is coming out on Thursday? I'm not sure if news is going to specifically come out, but that's when PBOC is going to do their the conclusion of whatever it is that they're doing is on Thursday. So the news may not come out Thursday, but you know how this market works. Leaks happen. Richie. I can't read all of this stuff, guys. I'm just answering questions right now. Any more questions? Any more questions, gentlemen? And ladies, too. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. I have a lot of different ladies out there. They when I only say gentlemen, they email me, they Twitter me, and they're like, "We like Bitcoin too." And I'm like, "I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't kill me." Yeah, Richie. PBOC will finish whatever it is that they're doing. Hopefully by I'm thinking from what I've heard Thursday, Friday. All right, so Thursday their time, it might be Friday over here. All right, depending on where you're at. Michael says, what I'm saying is that people in other countries are way more willing to search for another currency to put their savings into and to use for global means of trade. Yes, this is very right, Michael, because the United States has the world reserve currency. All right. So we went off the gold standard. Other countries went off of whether they had the silver standard or whatever, and everybody went on to America's standard. You know, so the American dollar became the new form of gold for everyone. All right, including itself. So other countries that are smaller, uh, they are much more, and who don't have access to banking as much as people in Europe and people in America do. They're much more willing to look for alternatives. All right. Do I think the Chinese New Year is going to have an effect also? No. I don't think the Chinese New Year. I think that the people, well, depending on what PBOC says, I think the people in China who believe in Bitcoin are going to hold. Oh, this is another thing I was supposed to say. When things become illegal, wherever they become illegal at, the price of them go sky high. All right. So it's not like, oh, it becomes illegal and then it becomes worthless. It's dirt cheap. Nobody cares about it. No. Guns, gold, diamonds, whatever. Bibles, wherever something becomes illegal at, the price of that thing goes through the roof there. All right. And now, if there's enough Bitcoin holders there who still hold their Bitcoin, the price of their Bitcoin going through the roof may affect the market as a whole, depending on how much Bitcoin they're holding. At 1,117. Seriously? I don't know what you mean by that. BTC Kyle, what's up, bro? What's up? I'll message you. Don't worry. We're gonna link up. We're gonna do a show. Me and BTC Kyle. Check out BTC Kyle's channel. He's definitely another guy who has a good cryptocurrency channel. Check out his channel. Silver speed, the correction is not over, in my opinion. Silver speed, we all know that you want Bitcoin to fall because you're trying to short so you can buy a Lamborghini. All right. So your wishful thinking doesn't affect us all. But you may be right. Yeah, Kyle. Yeah, BTC Kyle. We're gonna do a show. Don't worry, man. I have for you guys that don't know, I'm a union welder, and since Trump is in office, the energy sector is looking really good. I'm a boiler maker, so there's some big jobs coming up, and I usually don't work. I prefer not to work, because I'm trying to be an entrepreneur and work for myself. But when the money is right and the money is right, and the projects are lengthy in time, when it's worth my time, I will take it. And one has come up, so I'm going to take it. So I'll be back. I'll get up with you, Kyle. Don't worry. How can I pull up a BTC chart on any platform? I don't know. It depends. It depends. It depends on It just depends what platform you're talking about. If you want to pull up a BTC chart, go to TradingView. You can get BTC Euro, BTC Yuan, BTC everybody. Probably BTC Gold. Maybe that'll be XAU BTC. I don't know if there's a chart for that. Probably. Wrong. Entrepreneur means way more work. Depends. And it's a different type of work. It's not working for money. It's a continuous work process for freedom. I'm willing to work for myself to acquire my freedom, my financial freedom, my freedom of time. All right. So you never stop working. I'm not saying that. It's never you'll never stop working. But I prefer not to work for somebody else and try to retire, and I'm not with that. Let's keep it Bitcoin though, guys. So no more questions on this topic before we start losing all the viewers because we're talking about a bunch of other stuff. Exactly, Richie. Entrepreneur equals more work, more responsibility, more money, more freedom. So you'll never stop working. All right. Myself, BTC Kyle, Tizen, the crypto network, the World Crypto Network, we're all building a brand. And even though we're small as far as you Adam Meister, we're small as far as YouTube goes. We don't have millions of subscribers. But in the cryptocurrency world, 1,000 subscribers is a lot. That's why I shout out to you all for helping me get there. 1,000 subscribers in cryptocurrency is huge. That's huge. What's my prediction for the Bitcoin price at the end of 2017? That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. I think for the end of 2017, I'm gonna go with between $1,700 and $2,000. That's my prediction. Yes, our keyword search terms will go up, eventually gaining more subs. Exactly. This is where we're building a brand. We're building a brand here. Yes, yeah. The end of 2017. That's some time off. That's why I went. That's why I went kind of high. I didn't want to go too high and be like, oh, 4,000. You know, so that's why I just went. I went higher, but I wanted to go reasonably higher. 2018. All right, and see, it depends. It depends really too, because if Lightning Network comes out and Lightning Network is like a really good thing, and it's adding more privacy, it's adding speed, it's, you know, Bitcoin may suck a lot of the market cap out of a lot of crypto altcoins, especially the lower guys. All right, and as far as I know, I'm not technical, I'm not a coder or anything like that, but as far as I know, I think that the wallet developers for Bitcoin can also add with Lightning, can also add a layer of anonymity. All right, so if wallets can do that, Bitcoin may suck a lot of the market cap out of a lot of these other coins. Silver Speed said, I'm going to put my neck on the line and say 400. Silver Speed, you must have a huge short position open on Bitcoin. And I hope that you do not lose your shirt, pants, and socks. I mean, but if you do, that's on you. Yeah. So Silver Speed commented on one of my videos. He said he wants Bitcoin to go back to 400 because he has a short position open and he's trying to get a Lamborghini. I'm trying to get a Lamborghini as well, but not from shorting Bitcoin. All right, guys. And if there's no more questions, we're gonna wrap this one up. I don't want it to make this one too long. And I might just do a once in a while one like this where I just answer questions and we just talk back and forth. It'd be like an open type of thing because this seems really cool. All right, so if there's no more questions on what we're talking about on the topic of Bitcoin and will it go back up, I think it will. Well, this is in conclusion. I think it will go back up, guys. I think it's going to be a little bit more organic. All right, especially if China doesn't bring back margin trading. I think it's going to be a little bit more organic. So it's going to be less of a FOMO. It's going to give you guys time to save up a little bit of money and get some more Bitcoins and, you know, take a little $50 out your check every week and buy some Bitcoins or whatever. So yeah, that's my opinion on it all. All right. Right, man. Thank you all. Like I said, go check out BTC Kyle's channel. He's in the chat right now. His channel is really cool. He also does videos on all the fancy computer stuff that he has. He has all kind of fancy computer stuff. And yeah, go check his channel out. Like and subscribe. Please look in the description box. I have a bunch of different cryptocurrencies that I set for donations. If you want a one-on-one personal training with me, I do those via Skype. All right. I have one course right now. I'm about to add another one that's going to be very cheap, very affordable, very basic. This is not for the traders. This is just for the people who want to learn how to look at the chart and read the chart and give themselves the opportunity to get the best buying positions and set up their charts. All right. So if you want to do that, email me, chasethatcoin@gmail.com. Follow me on Twitter @chasethatcoin. And as always, keep chasing that coin, ladies and gentlemen.